Hi everyone, it's me again, Nad. So I haven't really finished reading Deception by Dahl, so I'll probably be doing a book review on that one next week. So if you came here for a book review, I guess you can move on. But I will be talking about some books today. So I did a poll on Instagram and also on my Twitter about whether or not I should talk about my comics this week, because I have a few comics that I recently bought within a couple of years, and I would love to share them with you and talk to you about these comics. Okay, so let's start with the first one, which is Lawak Pasal Meow. Lawak Pasal Meow is written by Nishiki. So one thing about all of these comics, they are published by Gempa Stars. Okay, so the fun thing about Lawak Pasal Meow is, of course, it's about cats. I love cats. If you know me personally, you would know that. And the comics are colored, fully colored. And it's so great because it really talks about cats. The main characters are cats. Most of the characters in the book are cats. As you can see, there's a characters page. So in the characters page, you can see all of the main characters, and they really talk about cats in their natural environment, how they really are, how curious they are, how lazy they can be, things like that. And it's really fun. There are a few humans, like for example the owner of this cat, who is an accidental owner in a way, because Meow was left by his mother. Really sad, but yeah, this is a funny book, mostly just fun things. Okay, so secondly, I have Rumah Impian-Ci. So Rumah Impian-Ci and Lawak Pasal Meow are both in a series. So as you can see, they both have number 1 on them. I have quite a few. You can go buy them at Kinokuniya or MPH or Popular. They're quite easy to find. So Rumah Impian-Ci is about Ci, who got lost while walking around with his mother and siblings, and he found this home where there's this family, and they are not really looking for a cat, but they're really nice and they take care of him. And there are some funny stories here about how to take care of a cat, what happens. So the difference between Rumah Impian-Ci and Lawak Pasal Meow is because Lawak Pasal Meow is more on the funniest side, while Rumah Impian-Ci is more on the heartwarming family kind of story type. So if you like those kind of family with animals kind of stories, then you would probably like this one. Okay, so now I'm gonna talk about all the singular comics that I have currently. There are only 4 right here. Okay, so here's Sue and Koo. So this one is funny because it's this book is written by Riku Kurita, and Riku Kurita wrote this non-fiction book. So it's non-fiction. It really talks about how she deals with having these 2 cats suddenly in her life. So she's not really she loves the cats, but you know how cats are. They're very unpredictable. Well, I don't know, I'm swallowing my words. I'm also panicking because I'm trying to fit everything into 5 minutes. Because longer videos don't really get that many viewers, maybe. Okay, so the next book I want to talk about is The Cat Poet. So The Cat Poet comes in Malay as well. I think Pemuisi Kucing, I think this or Penyajak Kucing maybe is the title, but I've seen the Malay version, and it's by Tetsuo Takashima. So this is Tetsuo, and he drew himself as this character. Isn't that cute, right? Okay, so he talks about how he didn't expect to get a cat, but suddenly he does have a cat and he has to take care of it, and he loves the cat. So this is a story. I wouldn't say it's really heartwarming in that sense. It's heartwarming, but it's more in the sense like that person who doesn't really like cats in general. Like it's not like they hate cats, but they just don't really find what's interesting, and suddenly they get a cat, and then they fall in love with that cat. they want to take care of it, but they have no idea what to do. So he's very clueless, and I love it. It's so funny, and it really talks about how, as a cat owner, you have to be ready for everything, basically. So the second last book that I want to talk about, last comic, is Cuma Kucing Yang Tahu. Okay, I think it's my first cat comic that I bought, maybe, I think. And it's about this girl named Lati, and her grandfather passed away, and he left his cafe to her, and she has no idea how to manage or handle it, and she gives milk to these 3 stray cats, and suddenly these 3 stray cats turn into humans. And it's weird because they're cats. So she has a cat, I think named Cappuccino, I think, and that cat becomes the alpha cat who teaches these 3 cats how to survive. So anyway, these 3 cats are so cute because when they turn into humans, they don't know how to act like humans, but people think they're cute because they have ears popping out of their head, and it's really funny, but at the same time it's more of a shoujo manga kind of thing. Yeah, so if you like shoujos. Okay, so the final comic I want to talk about is Istriku dan Kedai Buku. This is the one that started me off in buying comics by Gempa Stars, because initially I thought they only did things like Lawak Campus and things like that, which I like. I sometimes read those, but these are really good, Okay, so it's written by Shin Takahashi, so it has been translated, okay, of course. As you can see, it's black and white inside. Okay, so this is a book that's about this lady whose husband passed away like a week after their wedding, and he's actually a bookstore owner. So she inherits the bookstore from him, but she has no idea how to manage it, and she gets help from this one guy who's kind of sympathetic towards her in a way, and then but then the friend of the husband, the lead husband, comes along, and then he's actually the supplier for the bookstore, and he threatens to take all the books back because she's not really doing what he wants in the bookstore, whereas for her, she's trying to do her best. Like, for example, one of the things she did is she arranged the books according to the people who she thinks will buy the books, and it's really funny, but at the same time it makes you think of how a bookseller, usually like those small bookstores, they know their readers, they know who's going to come to them, they know who their customers are, to the point that they know which books they would like to read and buy, and I feel like that's something touching, and I feel like it's something that we don't really think about, because for me, for example, I'm so used to going to places like Kinokuniya and PH Popular, whereby these people don't know me, they don't really care about me, they won't know me, they won't know like, oh, this is the book that you want, the book that you've been looking for, and it makes you think of how sweet this whole culture is. Okay, so which comic would I suggest you to buy? I would suggest you to buy any comic that you feel is interesting to you. It might not appeal to other people, but as long as it appeals to you, I know that a lot of people don't really like translated stuff, but at the same time, I feel like when some stories are translated, of course some of them lose their meaning, a bit of their meaning, because it's implied and things, or metaphorical, but getting translated comics or books in a way helps us understand about other people's culture at the same time. So I don't know, I'm not really against translated books. I'm very much for them, especially to open more opportunities to our local people to get to know other cultures. So this is my signing off. Bye. I'll probably think of a way to say bye. Please like and subscribe, and See you next week.